All right, we have shirts that are only in small, medium, and large, so I just wrote that down. And then it says only in red, yellow, and blue, so I wrote that down. Casey buys exactly 3 shirts from the store. A shirt type consists of both a size and a color. Okay, so 3 shirts, and you gotta keep track of the size and the color. I just went ahead and said, okay, my top row is size, 1, 2, 3, and my bottom row is color, 1, 2, 3. So now I have 3 shirts, and I will know what the size is and what the color is. Sound good? Okay, now a shirt type, I didn't really think that was that significant, but the next rule says Casey does not buy 2 shirts of the same type. What does that mean? Yeah, so you could have same size, you could have same color, but you can't have the same size and color combination twice, right? Okay, so what that really means is that if she buys XZ, she can't buy XZ again, right? So that's never going to happen. But you could have Z, you could have X, you just, okay. I had to use Z because we already have a Y here. I didn't want to get confusing. Casey does not buy a small shirt and a large shirt. Now that's a negative rule. What that means is on the top row you can't have S and L together. What's a positive interpretation of that? You have to have 2 mediums.
Or well, there's multiple ways you can do it.
Okay, yeah. So what is the positive interpretation here?
I don't know how to make it positive without bringing in worlds yet, which is where I.
That's fine. Let's start there. Sometimes we have to get there.
So you can have 2 mediums as like one world, 2 smalls as another, and then 2 larges.
Are you saying those are the only three options? No. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, let's think about it this way. How about this? So the rule is you can't have S and L together, right? S and L. I just realized that right now. But anyways, you can't have an S and L together, right? So if you have S, what's going to happen? Okay, you can't. You guys are still in the negative.
You have to have 2 M's.
Which is fine. You have to have 2 M's?
You have to have at least one.
Wait,
M.
no.
Do you have to have 1 M?
At least one.
You can have all smalls.
Or no,
No.
one smalls.
Okay, so you have a small. Someone calls up and says, Casey, get a damn small. And you're like, okay. What does Casey have to do now? The other 2 shirts?
Have to be a medium and a small?
Have to be a medium. Why do you say they have to be a medium and a small? Why not 2 smalls?
Well, a medium, you can have small, medium, or small, medium.
Okay, why can't you have small?
Because you can't have small red shirt at all.
Okay, so we don't know that yet, right? You're incorporating another rule.
Oh.
But at least at this point in the game, because see, one thing you're absolutely right, and that's great, and we do want to make those realizations. So if you miss that, that's not helpful, right? Like you want to figure that out eventually. But one thing that can happen on the games is that we can try to incorporate too many rules at once, and that itself slows us down or makes it like complicated, right? So what I'm thinking right now, just with this rule, is like, okay, I can't have SL. So if I have S, then the other 2 have to be either SS, SM, or MM. You guys cool with that? Mm-hmm. So that's one world. So what I noticed to myself is I said, look, if I have S, then I have to have S or M for the rest. Right? Now you could break those down. There's 3 options, either SSS, SMM, or SSM. Now it turns out the SSS doesn't work, so you end up getting rid of one of your worlds. You can say, oh, well, that world is never going to work, right? Okay, now the other thing here is that if you have a large, then you have to have a large or a medium. Okay, now no small red shirts are available. Okay, so small red, never going to happen. That's also a negative rule. What's the positive interpretation of that?
Small, medium, small, large.
Okay, so you either have small, medium, small, large. Wait, what?
S can be
That would be a cool shirt, right? It's like, yeah, I want a small, medium. Sorry.
medium.
It's medium. Okay, so you can either have a small with a blue or a yellow, right? So either small is with blue or yellow, or red is what?
Medium or large.
Large or medium. Okay? Now you don't necessarily have to do that. It might be easier just to leave it as it is since there's a decent number of options. Like there are more rules here now than what we're starting with. But at the very least, just ask yourself, what does that mean? Because sometimes it doesn't mean that much. Here it means a decent amount because a negative rule is just saying you can't have these two together. So if you have this, then you have to have one of these, or if you have this, then you have to have one of those. But in any case, large blue, okay, so same deal. Large blue is not going to happen. So if you have a large, it has to be a red or a yellow. And if you have a blue, it has to be a small or a medium. Sound good? Okay. Now, let's go back to this world thing because given what you were saying, right? You can't have a small red, which means if you have 3 smalls along the top, right? To make sure they're all different types, you'd have to have all 3 different colors. You'd have to have red, yellow, and blue. We can't have a small red, which means you can't have 3 smalls. You guys okay with that? Okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that means if I have a small, then I'm either going to have a medium medium or a small medium. There's only 2 worlds. If I have a large, same deal. Because I can't have a large blue, I can't have large, 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 but I could have large, large, medium, or large, medium, medium. Do we want to create those worlds? There would be 4 of them. How full would they be?
You got a lot of variability with the medium.
You got a lot of variability with the mediums, right? Mediums can be red, yellow, blue. How about with the large?
Depends which world.
Yeah, so if you have the 2 larges, what is that good?
Then you only have one variable.
You only have 1 variable. Because with the 2 larges, what are your options?
It can only be a large, medium, or red and
The
yellow.
large, medium. There, you're doing that again. Well, are you saying? It's not. You're not saying that together, right? Or are you
No.
saying the 2 separate things? I'm missing.
Yeah,
I'm
2
misunderstanding what you're saying.
separate
Okay. So if you have a large, large, medium, what do you know about the 2 larges?
It could be red or yellow.
Red or yellow?
One has to be red and
Yeah.
has to be
Why does one have to be red and the other have to be yellow?
You can't have 2 of the same shirts.
Can't have 2 of the same shirts, right? So at least in the LLM world, how much of your diagram is filled out? 5 out of 6, right? And that's got to be true for the SSM world too. But the SSM world is going to be 5 out of 6. So 2 of these 4 worlds are almost done. And really, what's going to be in that 6th slot? Huh? Well, it's going to be a medium, right? And that medium is going to be, do we know which color it is? No? So there's going to be 1 of 3 options, right? Okay, so it's still a variable, but it's like, well, at least you only have 3 choices. Okay, it's not great. Now, with the LMM, what's going to happen in that world? Anyone?
One is gonna be blue. One of the mediums will be blue.
One of the mediums is going to be blue? Why?
Because there can't be any large blues.
Well, there can't be any large blues, right? So the large is going to be red or yellow. And then you have 2 more mediums, right? What's going to happen to that?
They can be red, yellow, or blue.
They can be anything. Are you thinking that they can't be blue because you already have a blue?
Maybe.
No, you can't have medium blue, but you could have a large blue and then a medium blue.
So you can have a medium blue and a small blue, but there's no large blue available.
Sorry, yes. Whatever the large is, whatever, if it ends up being red, right, then you can have a medium red. That's okay, because they're not the same type. Okay, so I would go ahead and do 4 worlds, and I would do it like this. 1, 2, 3, that's 1 world. 1, 2, 3, that's another world. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so we have small, medium, medium. We have large, medium, medium. And then we have small, small, medium. And then we have large, large, medium. And we, yeah.
Do you technically have 5 worlds? Because couldn't you have medium, medium, medium?
You could have medium, medium, medium. That is definitely a possibility. I don't know why I didn't even talk about that. It's not technically. It's true. I mean, technically. But, yeah, it's more than a technicality. We need that. Okay, good. So we have these 5 worlds. Now, with these two are easier because small can't be red, so we know this has got to be blue, and this has got to be yellow, and this is any of the 3. So we have blue, yellow, red. And then this again can't be blue, so it's got to be red or yellow. And this is again one of the 3. I don't know if you how you want to signal that to yourself, but this is a little harder. I would still put it in positive form. So this is B or Y. That way you can just see what is going to go there. This is R or Y, so you can just see what is going to go there. And then these, they have to be something different, but as long as there's something different, you're good. This one's a pretty easy world. What's going to happen here? It's got to be blue, yellow, red because you can't have anything that's the same. So blue, yellow, red. Good. All right, let's see how this goes. Question 1. Which one probably must be false? Now, even though our worlds are mostly full, these are still somewhat not full, so I'm just going to skip it. I'm going to go to the if ones first. I'm assuming the if ones will probably be a little bit easier. If Casey buys a small blue shirt, small blue. Okay, so that's this world and this world. So we're in these top 2 worlds here. Small blue. Which one probably must be false? Casey buys 2 blue shirts. Could Casey buy 2 blue shirts?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. All right, small blue, medium blue. Casey buys 2 red shirts. It's here you could have a red, and here you could have a red, but you couldn't have 2 reds. Right? So small blue, you just don't have room for 2 reds. You guys okay with that? So that must be false, which makes it correct. Okay, 9. If Casey does not buy medium yellow. Does not buy medium yellow. Oh, great. Well, we know we're not in this world because that's a medium yellow. We could be in any of these worlds. Oh, if no medium yellow, what do you know about these 2 worlds right here? They have to be the other colors, right? So they are red and blue. Are you guys okay with that? So we have red and blue here. Red and blue. But for these 2 mediums. I'm just writing it right there because it's not really part of the main diagram. It's just for this question, right? But if we have no medium yellows, then we have red and blue here, and then these are either red or blue. Which one probably must be true? Casey buys either a medium red or a small blue. A medium red or a small blue. No, it could be a medium red. Well, I guess in this case, what's happening? You have to have a medium red, right? Here, could you avoid the medium red and the small blue? A medium red or a small blue.
No.
You could buy a large, right? So we don't necessarily have to be in either one of these worlds. We could be in one of these too. You guys okay with that? So this does not have to be true. It could be true, but it doesn't have to be true. Casey buys either a medium red or a medium blue. Yes, here buys both. Here buys one of them, right? Because it can't be a yellow. Here buys one of them because it can't be a yellow, and here buys both. So no matter what, you have to have a medium red or a medium blue. Okay? 10. If Casey buys exactly 1 medium shirt and does not buy 2 shirts of the same color. exactly one medium and not two of the same color. So we're down here. What do you know about the medium?
Be any color.
Well, here it's saying, so exactly one medium, right? So we're in these two worlds, and you can't buy the same color twice. So what's going to happen in this world? Medium red, and down here, medium blue, right? Okay, so then she cannot buy which one of the following? Oh, well, we've crossed out medium yellow, and that's answer choice B. Okay? Then 11, if neither large red nor small blue are available. Neither large red nor small blue. Hey. Well, okay. Large red, small blue, these are out, right? So we're in these two worlds. And we know in this case that if you don't have small blue, it has to be a small yellow. In this case, wait, it said no. Neither large red. Okay, so then this has got to be a large yellow. And we could be in this world too, right? Because if you don't have large red or small blue, you could be over here just getting all mediums. So it's one of these three options. Okay, what else do we know? No, that's it. Okay, which one does she have to buy? Okay, does she have to buy a red shirt? Could
Yes.
she avoid red? Okay, medium red, medium red, medium red. Okay. How about a medium? Yeah,
Is that
Could
the
be like
answer?
medium, yellow, medium,
medium yellow.
or
Yeah.
medium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it'd be nice.
You drew that.
I'm sorry,
or-
I drew that before. I was like, yeah, okay, that looks like a good answer. Okay, so that's gone. So these could be yellow or yeah, whatever. So we could do yellow blue. We could do yellow blue. Here you would have to buy a red, but as long as we can find one example where you don't have to do it, you're out. How about a medium yellow? Well, no, we just disproved that because you could have red blue, right? How about a large shirt or a small shirt? No, you could buy all mediums, right? Okay. How about either a medium red or a medium blue? Well, here you could do yellow red or yellow blue, or you could do red blue. Same deal here, you could do yellow red or yellow blue or red blue. Here you have all three. But what's consistent about both of those situations? You have one or the other. They could have written this answer choice as medium red. Could they have done medium red or medium yellow? Yeah, you'd have to get one of them because you could do blue, but then you'd need one or the other, right? So no matter what, you have to have at least one color of medium. You can avoid one color of medium, but that's it. You've got to cover the other one. So there's no way around it. So D is correct. E, just really quick, yellow, large yellow or medium blue. Well, you could avoid the large yellow by going here or here. And then if you got a medium blue, yeah, you could avoid the medium blue by getting a red and a yellow. Right? So as long as you can avoid both, then it doesn't have to be true that you have at least one of them. So D is the answer. Now I skipped 7. So going back to 7, which one of mine must be false? 2 of the shirts that Casey buys are small and 2 are red. Well, actually, this is kind of nice that this is A because if you have 2 small, what do you know about the small? They can't be red. So then you can't have 2 shirts that are red if 2 of them are small. They would have to be something else. So that's that. I thought that would be a harder question. But, okay. So, questions about that game? Yeah.
Just about what you mentioned the worlds. Would this have been possible to do without mapping out all 4 worlds?
Oh, you can definitely do it without worlds. Yeah. It's just a different process. So then you're, even more so, you're relying on the if diagrams, right? And you're building these worlds on a if by if question basis. Like, okay, let me create a world just for this if question, and then just for the next if question, and then you can use those either to answer the non-if questions. Here we only have one non-if question, and we don't really need the worlds for that, or the if questions. It's just more because we're familiar with the game. Yeah. Other questions?
Which one do you think is more efficient?
This one's tough. I don't like having 5 worlds. I feel like it's kind of a toss-up. I would suggest actually everyone try it with worlds. I suspect most of us did. Well, some of us did with worlds. How many people did it with worlds? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I would suggest trying to do it without worlds. See what it's like to just start with the information they give you for each individual if question, and then run with that. If you didn't do worlds, I would try to do it with worlds and see how you feel in terms of like looking at these answer choices. It's not easy because you have to hold like 2 worlds in your head at a time sometimes. Yeah.
This was just really foreign to me. I wrote it out like a tic-tac-toe board so that I would have one shirt each time. Does that make sense? I had red, yellow, blue on top, and then small, medium, large on the left side, and drew out a
So then did you have 3 tic-tac-toes?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it that way. But you need one for each shirt, right? Because you need a tic-tac-toe chart for one
Yes.
shirt, and then you need a tic-tac-toe chart for another shirt.
The way I did it.
You only had one tic-tac-toe chart.
Yep.
Okay. So then,
I did the
oh,
same
I see.
thing.
Because you can't have more of. You can't have one type repeat itself. Okay. So then you use like checks and X's or something like that. Yeah, you can do it that way. That's interesting. So for this game, because you can't repeat types, that works. If you could repeat types, I think that would be a little problematic because you could have like a medium red and a medium.
I don't want to see a game like that.
What type of game is this?
This is a hybrid game because there's not really an ordering element to it, but well, I guess in that sense it's only grouping. Yeah, it's a grouping game. Yeah. So, how did you feel about that setup?
It was hard to do different with each, because you had to attack each question completely differently,
Mm-hmm.
and that it was tough. I did it. I made it through, but it was tough.
Okay.
It took a lot of time.
Yeah.
So did this. So.
Yeah, let's take it one time. Yeah, I would suggest everyone try doing this game with worlds. Even try doing it with tic-tac-toe, if that makes sense. You have basically, it's like a matrix, right? You have S, M, L, and then you have red, yellow, blue, and then you're like, okay, well, this shirt is it's gonna be one of these. You're gonna have 3.
I'm still having a tough time getting my head around this because I don't know. It's just when I looked at it, I saw tic-tac-toe, and this
Yeah.
still seems really abstract to me.
So yeah, I'm just thinking. I got 3 shirts, and I gotta keep track of whether it's small, medium, large, and then the color. Yeah.
I don't know if this will help, but I didn't start with the worlds. It started happening after I answered like 2 of the questions, and it was like the size for me was the anchor. Like so long as I kept that constant, like once I realized, I totally missed the 3 mediums, but once I realized that like at least one medium had to be there, like that was my anchor. I don't know if that helps at all.
Sure, you were looking at size first, and then
Yeah.
color, which is how we should buy shirts anyway. Right? They gave us that. Okay. Cool. Well, it's a tough game, so don't stress about it. It's one we're trying to do again, most likely. All right. Any other questions? Okay.